I've known Professor Nadera Shalhoub-Kevorkian and her important work for about a decade now, and it was immediately clear to me, as a scholar of modern Jewish history and the Holocaust, that Professor Shalhoub-Kevorkian's research is an expression of a key methodological and ethical issue in Holocaust scholarship, namely, placing at the center of our work the voices, the experiences, the perspectives, the histories, and the knowledge of those who face state violence. Professor Shalhoub-Kevorkian does precisely that in her work on Palestinians facing decades and decades of Israeli military occupation and state violence in the occupied West Bank, especially in occupied East Jerusalem. Professor Shalhoub-Kevorkian's focus on the attack of Israeli authorities, the Israeli army, and Jewish settlers on Palestinian children is especially important, since we know that targeting children points to genocidal intentions. And we are all witnessing, since last October, Israel's assault on Gaza, that the International Court of Justice has described in its provisional ruling in late January as plausibly genocidal. Indeed, Israel has killed so far more than 14,000 Palestinian children in Gaza, and it has intensified since October its attack on Palestinian children in the occupied West Bank and East Jerusalem, where Israel killed 121 Palestinian children in 2023, and so far now in 2024, 39 Palestinian children. It was therefore not at all a surprise that Professor Shalhoub-Kevorkian's work has been widely recognized as path-breaking around the world. Professor Shalhoub-Kevorkian has published several important books in leading academic presses, including Cambridge University Press, and dozens of peer-reviewed articles in top academic journals. Her research has been supported by prestigious organizations, including the Konrad Adenauer Stiftung, the Ford Foundation, and recently, the Israeli Science Foundation. Also in the field of genocide studies, my field, Professor Shalhoub-Kevorkian's work has been recognized as central, and she received in 2020 the International Network of Genocide Scholars inaugural Impact Award. The members of the executive board of the International Network of Genocide Scholars, INOGS, including myself at the time, wrote the following to Professor Shalhoub-Kevorkian. You bring a disciplinary perspective that is uncommon in our field, a feminist criminological approach that forefronts the voices, accounts, and agencies of victims whom the state wishes to silence, destroy, and erase. Your work with and about Palestinian children under Israeli occupation and facing systematic violence is particularly significant in the way, as you write in your most recent book, Incarcerated Childhood and the Politics of Unchilding from 2019, that, and quoting for the book here, at the same time as the book documents violations of children's rights and the consequences this has for their present and future well-being, it charts children's resistance to and power to interrupt colonial violence, reclaiming childhood and with it Palestinian futures. And so the members of the executive board of INOGS wrote to Professor Shalhoub-Kevorkian, your work constitutes an example of the combination of superb research and determined striving for truth, justice, and transformative change.